November 28th, 2021, Halfcast 196, episode 196. Let's go. Happy Sunday, you guys. Hope your weekend went well. Of course, I have a few things to share with you. An evening of reflection. Let's go. Woman punches flight attendants, pulls their hair until fellow passenger zip ties her feet. Thank you, fellow passenger. We're going to overlook the fact that you may or may not supposed to have those zip ties on you just because you helped out. Police arrested a 42-year-old woman after she allegedly assaulted two flight attendants while intoxicated on a Spirit Airlines flight Saturday. Why can't we just be adults and take a Xanax and a mimosa and you wake up and your flight is done? Why do people always have to act up? They don't act up until they get about 30, 40,000 feet in the air in a vacuum sealed tube. A Federal Aviation Administration spokesperson told Newsweek the agency is investigating the incident, adding the crew of Spirit Airlines Flight 222 and Airbus A320 reported a passenger disturbance and landed at Nashville International Airport at 7:30 p.m. local time Saturday. The flight was coming from Fort Lauderdale Hollywood International Airport when the incident occurred. And is it Spirit Airlines, the airlines where they said the employees can't walk through they can't walk through most of the terminals without like with their uniforms on because it's like on site for them. They piss so many people off. The woman punched one flight attendant and pulled another's hair after the attack. A fellow passenger zip tied her feet to restrain her, according to the newspaper. Police arrested the woman after the flight landed at Nashville International Airport. She allegedly told police to shoot me, motherfucker, and I didn't do anything wrong. Well, after you punched the flight attendant, you kind of did do something wrong. But she also resisted getting into the police cruiser by stiffening her legs to prevent officers from closing the door. The Tennessean reported she faces charges of public intoxication, but the flight crew declined to press further charges, according to the Tennessean. And that's nice of them. She was admitted because I think isn't that like aren't those like federal employees, the flight attendants? Like you could really get in trouble like assaulting a postal worker or something. She was admitted into jail at 8:40 p.m. Saturday and released Sunday morning. Nicole Aguiar, a Spirit Airlines spokesperson, told the Tennessean the airline does not tolerate aggressive behavior of any kind, and this passenger is no longer welcome on any of our flights. Now, you're lucky that these airlines don't share that information, and she's just not blacklisted from flights, period. Thank you to our guests who assisted our crew and local law enforcement for their assistance, Aguiar said. We will work with the relevant authorities to ensure this individual is prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. I thought they said they weren't going to press charges, though. Asked by Newsweek, a Transportation Security Administration spokesperson described the behavior as unacceptable. Newsweek also reached out to Spirit Airlines and the Nashville International Airport for comment Sunday morning, but did not hear back by publication. As of November 23rd, more than 5,338 incidents of unruly passengers were reported to the FAA, according to the agency's website. And it always starts with people getting drunk. The guy that got drunk and put his arms around the flight attendant's ankles and looked up her dress. Ew. The lady about 2 or 3 weeks ago that punched off on her son and punched off on her man and then threw food at a flight attendant. I don't know what makes these people wait until they get all the way up in the air to want to have a goddamn breakdown. Next up, if you like the show, don't forget to subscribe and leave a comment. Let me know you're rocking with your boy. Stowaway emerges from Wilwell, a plane in Miami after flight. No way I'm flying with those animals up there in economy and even in first class. They just want to throw hands. This man arrived in Miami in the landing gear plane from a Guatemala flight The flight was about 2 hours and 30 minutes, and witnesses say he was unharmed. Of course, because the only danger is when you're flying with the rest of those kooks up there. A stowaway hid inside the wheel well of an American Airlines flight from Guatemala for nearly 3 hours before arriving at Miami International Airport on Saturday. According to officials, the 26-year-old was apprehended by U.S. Customs and Border Patrol before he was transported to a local hospital for treatment. The man attempted to evade detection in the landing gear compartment of an aircraft arriving from Guatemala, according to the agency. Video obtained by social media account Only Indeed shows employees wearing American Airlines vests help a disheveled, unsanctioned passenger sit down and offer him some water. The video shows the tiny mechanical compartment where the man wearing jeans, a jacket, and boots had hit himself. Poor man, he just got here. Let him sit water. Bring water for him. The person recording can be heard saying in a video in Spanish, Are you okay? How do you feel? Yeah, he survived. He survived. One of the workers said in English while talking on a cell phone. Persons are taking extreme risks when they try to conceal themselves in confined spaces, not the risk that you're taking when you're flying up there with the rest of those goddamn savages, such as an aircraft, CBP said in a statement. This incident remains under investigation. The man who was reportedly taken to Jackson Memorial Hospital was airborne for roughly 2 hours and 50 minutes on American Airlines Flight International 1182 from Guatemala City to Miami. Hidden in a landing gear compartment of the plane, Miami-Dade Aviation Department Communications Director Greg Chin told the Herald, "Can you imagine having? Because there's always somebody. Okay, who's going to do press? Who's going to do press? And you draw straws and you grab the short straw, and people just gotta fucking listen to you. And I don't know how the hell he got up there. What do you mean? So how does this change the nature of flight? I don't know. What the fuck, man? The flight landed just after 10 a.m. on Saturday. The flight was met by law enforcement due to a security issue. American Airlines said in a statement, "We are working with law enforcement in their investigation." The airline added, Miami-Dade police also said they would be assisting CBP in its investigation. The paper reported, "It's unclear how the unidentified man survived or got into the landing gear compartment. I'll tell you, it's easy. Hang on for dear life and don't fucking fall. That's it. As long as you do those two things, you'll get to wherever you gotta go just fine." Security consultant Luis Chinchilla told the Spanish language Guatemalan outlet that the spot the man stashed himself from the flight may have had tolerable air. I imagine that all the part where the landing gear goes does not have the same pressurization as the area where the passengers go. He reportedly said, on airplanes, for example, the luggage area has certain conditions. However, they must have a part of the compartments where they carry pets. There is a more tolerable area. I'll take my chances down here with the landing gear. Those people up there are crazy. Horrified. Firefighters demand action after coworker wiped buttocks with vaccine non-compliance letter, says LA Times report. Gives a whole new definition to the term backdraft. A firefighter wiped his buttocks with the vaccine non-compliance letter. It is alleged. Either you did it or not. I'm a Charmin guy myself, but the firefighter has been put on paid administrative leave after the incident is being investigated, reported the LA Times. Have you seen these pictures? These firefighters are going out into those woods and fighting like hundreds of acres of forest fires, and you're worried about a fucking vaccine. They already know that any day could be their last day, and they may not come home to their family. And you're worried about them taking a fucking shot. These guys are goddamn rebels. They're not rebels. They're like heroes. Like, yeah, Los Angeles has sent vaccination compliance notices to workers as part of the city's new vaccination mandate. A Los Angeles firefighter is under investigation after they responded inappropriately to a vaccine non-compliance letter. Department spokesperson said Wednesday. The LA Times reports the unnamed firefighter had received a letter after not complying with the city's COVID-19 vaccination mandate. The LAFD member allegedly responded by dropping his pants and wiping his buttocks with the letter, the newspaper said, citing the stentorians of Los Angeles City. I am shocked and chagrined. I am utterly flabbergasted. A group representing black firefighters. The group said that the man left fecal matter on the document, and their statement reportedly included a photo of a man holding what appeared to be a discolored document. LA Times said the Stentorian said that an LAFD captain and a chief officer witnessed the incident in a fire station in Pacific Palisades in West Los Angeles. The department is aware of the seriousness of the allegations and took immediate action upon learning of this incident after they laughed their ass off for a good 25 minutes. LAFD spokeswoman Cheryl Getuiza told the LA Times. She added that the firefighter is on paid administrative leave and will face the consequence of any inappropriate acts. Getuiza said that the incident had been entered into a complaint tracking system and that the department's professional standards division was investigating. She declined to comment on the details of the incident, which she said occurred November 18th, the paper said. A statement to the paper, the Stentorians said that they were sickened and disgusted by this horrific display of unprofessionalism, which they describe as a terminable offense. Is it really? You get your ass out there and fight those damn forest fires. Yeah. You're gonna get rid of me for what? I don't want to get a fucking shot. Yeah, the group called on the mayor, city council, and fire commission to take swift and immediate action to deter any city employee from feeling entitled and not encouraged but empowered to behave in such an embarrassing and threatening manner. Somebody wiping their ass with a letter is empowering. Los Angeles has sent vaccination compliance notices to workers as a part of the city's new vaccination mandate. Officials have said those who are yet to be vaccinated or seek exemptions must provide proof of vaccination by December 18th. Next up. Man, you can't play favorites, but in jobs like that where you can really where your whole job is your life is on the line day in and day out, like the vaccine should really be optional. I don't know anything about politics, to be honest, when your life is on the line every day, when there's that great of a chance that you just might not come home and that's what you signed up for, then the vaccine should be the least of your employer's problem. Police officer resigns after being caught having sex in a patrol car. Isn't that what the red flashing lights are for? To let you know if you see this cruiser rocking, don't come a knocking. Madison, Wisconsin police officer resigned Wednesday after being recorded having sex in his patrol car September 16th. Lieutenant Reginald Patterson was seen in the back of his patrol vehicle with a woman, according to the Wisconsin State Journal. Once they saw they were being recorded, the woman tried to cover herself. Marcel Scott recorded the incident in the parking lot of a farm and fleet store, the outlet reported. You're a cop. You're supposed to know every inch of the town. Couldn't you found a more discreet location? Scott started recording when he saw white legs pop up in the back of the police car. Yeah. At one point in the video, Patterson can be seen briefly exiting the vehicle. Once Patterson got back in the vehicle, he climbed over the seat and drove off, according to Scott, reported the Wisconsin State Journal. I can't, I'm sorry. An investigation. I mean, it's better than police brutality, right? An investigation by the department found Patterson violated multiple department policies during the incident, reported the State Journal. However, Patterson is not accused of committing any crimes. There you go. There you go. The investigation was completed Monday and recommended terminating Patterson, the State Journal reported. However, Patterson resigned before a hearing in front of the city's police and fire commission could be conducted. If they weren't going to fire him, I don't think that he should have resigned. It's embarrassing. It's embarrassing to get caught. But what's the worst thing that's going to happen? Your buddies are going to bust your balls for a little while. It's going to be hilarious. and then you get back to work. One thing you don't want if you're overseeing the department is letting other officers know that it's okay that you can do this. So I think a harsh punishment would be in line, but I don't think he should get fired for that, especially when they determine that he didn't commit any crimes. A hearing in front of the commission would have taken up to a year, and Patterson would have remained on paid administrative leave during that time. Oh yeah. Yeah, put me on paid leave and now I can have sex in my own car off the off the clock and still get paid for it. Yeah, leave during that time. Reported the Wisconsin State Journal. One thing I wouldn't have did was yeah, I'm not gonna resign. Fun show, fun show. That being said, I'm going to wrap this one up, but I will talk to you guys very, very soon. Adios.